Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? Can anyone give me a thumbs up? Good. Okay. Welcome to this week's episode of BlueSync. I apologize. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, so I might have to stop to cough or something like that, but I will try my best to get through it. So today we are going to be going over a tool in Listings to Leads. So to access Listings to Leads, we are going to jump in. There's a couple different ways that you can access it. The first one is just by going to ListingsToLeads.com. The second is by going through Moxie. So I'm going to show that really quick. So I have logged into Desk and I'm going to click on the Moxie work square. And once this loads, we are going to be in our, this is new, never had this pop up. We are going to be in our main profile section within Moxie. And from there, we are going to be accessing the external links list within Moxie. So to access our external links, we are going to go up in the top right-hand corner to where our profile icon is. And if you click that, you drop down, the second option will be external links. And this is going to be a list of all of the links that we house within Moxie. And down towards the bottom is where you can find listings to leads. Logging in, you will either have your office credentials or your agent credentials in here. And if you're unaware of what those are, then reach out to your ASC, RSC manager, and someone will more than likely know. And today we are going to be going over landing pages. So these are a very nice tool that are pretty easy to set up and are also very good at getting leads generated for new listings and really just any potential new clients. So to access the landing pages, we are going to go in this left-hand column over here in this first grouping to where it says landing pages. Slow loading today, I apologize. And once we are here, we are going to see a list of any landing pages that have previously been created within the account. So this is kind of nice because if you do create one, say for a specific area, like I have in here, these are all for training purposes, but I have some for different areas within Northern Michigan. You can kind of reuse them, make changes to them, all of that good stuff. And there is more than just the landing page type that we are going to go over today. So the one that we're going to cover is going to be the home value. So it's going to kind of advertise people to see what their home could be worth right now. But there is a bunch of different options as well for different pages that you can use on social media or through email to kind of get out to your sphere and gather some new leads. So I'm going to go ahead and click create landing page up at the top. And the first thing we're going to have to do here is select the type of page that we are going to create. Like I said, there's a ton of options. As you can see, the list is very long. And, you know, I would recommend anyone go in there and kind of play around with some of the different options. Today, we are going to go over the Property Valuation Plus. This is just a really good basic page to kind of get the ball rolling with getting leads. It's pretty generic, so it doesn't take too much targeting, which is very nice. And then we're also going to have to give this page a name. So I would recommend giving it the name of maybe the area, the town that you work in or are going to be targeting. So I'm just going to label this one Traverse City. And I'm going to throw the date behind it as well. And then I'm going to hit the create button. Well, I guess you can't have dates in there. It'll just be Traverse City. And once this is created, it's really just kind of filling out the template that it creates. So it should automatically pop up as the first one in your list here. So this one, Traverse City, I'm going to click on it and it will open up kind of the editing page for this. And just to show you guys kind of what this page looks like if someone were viewing it, I'm going to open that in a different tab. So up kind of in the top, there's a couple of buttons here, and I'm going to click the view button. And this is going to open the page and what it would look like if someone had clicked on it through, say, Facebook or an email or a website, anything like that. So it's just kind of a quick couple of prompts that are going to move quickly. They don't ask for too much information from people, which is nice. So the first thing that they are going to get is a page that says, what is your Traverse City home worth now? Recent home sales have affected your home's value. Get your home's new value instantly for free. Very simple, very targeted. The next thing that someone would do is enter in their address. I am just going to enter in the address of one of our Traverse City offices. And then I'm going to click on Get Value Estimate. Once again, right now I'm just showing you kind of what this would look like if someone was clicking on this page, just to show you what it kind of looks like and how it works. So I currently have the Facebook option turned on. You do have the ability to turn it off. So if someone was doing this and they wanted to hit continue, it would automatically link to their Facebook and it would pull in their name, their email address that's connected to their Facebook account in as a lead through ListingsToLeads. Now, a lot of the times people don't want to, click continue with Facebook. Some people are weird about that stuff. So even if they hit cancel, it is still going to prompt them to the next page that is going to ask them for their email address. So they would then enter in their email, and you can see it did pull up. This red dot here is the Traverse City location that I put in. So it will kind of take that address that they typed in, pull up that area, and then it will also ask, what are you interested in? They would put in, any of these options that are relevant to them and their situation, and then click View My Report. This would then pull up I'll just do it as a test. But it's going to pull up kind of a basic generated report that will give a value for that property or that home. So this is kind of what that page would look like, and that information that was just inputted through the page would show up in my ListingsToLeads platform. So it would show the email address, the name if I gave it, all of that stuff. So I'm going to jump back now into our editing page now that I kind of showed you what that will look like. There we go. Okay, so now let's get into kind of the editing portion of it. And like I said, this is really pretty simple. There's only a couple things that you can do here. The first thing is changing this background image. So all you have to do here is click upload image because this stock image is not very pretty to look at. And this is also where you can get a little bit of customization to your style, maybe your area that you're working out of. So they do have the ability you can pull in from any listings that are in your L2L platform, or you can also go to where they have some stock images. And they have a good variety here that covers, I would say, a pretty wide range of areas. You would probably want to pick one, for example, if you're working out of a big city, you could choose a cityscape. I'm out of Northern Michigan, so I obviously probably wouldn't choose that. That does not reflect our area. Maybe this porch picture, that one looks kind of nice. So I will just click on that and then click insert. And then that's going to change our image into a nice pretty one that matches my area a little bit better. The next thing that you can edit is the social media share image. So if you are going to put this on Facebook, you can customize how that will look when you post it, kind of that thumbnail when people are seeing it on their news feed. So there's a bunch of different options. There isn't really a right or wrong. It's just kind of however you want, you know, your post to look when people are seeing it for the first time. If you click a different template down here, just always make sure that you hit the save button. Close out of that. And then the next option is going to be style and colors. So this should automatically be set up to go with the Coldwell Banker colors. If you do have your profile set up to match the Coldwell Banker colors. If you don't, if that is switched off, you do have the ability to change like what color this button is over here, what color the text is, all of that stuff. However, if you do have your colors set up matched to Coldwell Banker, this should automatically pull in those colors for you, so you don't have to do anything there. The next option down is going to be the lead form text. So that's going to be what is kind of in this main headline over here. I wouldn't recommend really changing it too much. It's better to keep it kind of simple. That way people aren't having to read a ton of information. And the way that they have this formatted is really pretty concise, I think. But you do have the ability to change any of this if you wanted to. You could add a couple words, completely delete it and rewrite it, anything that you wanted to do. Now, this very bottom part is going to be the form field. So that's going to be what you are asking for, how you're asking for information from the people. So you can see here, as I showed when I showed the preview of it, and you can see over here, there's the Facebook icon because I do have the Facebook registration turned on. Some people like the Facebook registration, some people do not. It is kind of an easy way to get people's information without them having to kind of input it. But in the same breath, it's also, you're going to run into some people that don't want to kind of, you know, they think that they're connecting their Facebook to something. So you can turn that on or off. If you do turn it off, you will have the ability to kind of change more of the fields that they're asking for in the next page that we'll go to that I'll show you. I'll just leave it off for now. And then you can also change what you're asking for. I would recommend, once again, keeping these things the same. So this page is asking for the property address. I would recommend keeping that in there so they know what to put there. And then you can also change what the button is called. So get value estimate, you could change that if you wanted to. Once again, I don't really think it's necessary. And I'm going to hit save really quick up at the top, this green button, just to make sure that it saves all of the changes that I made on page 1. It looks like it's still loading, so I'll let it kind of save that for a second. I apologize, my internet was being extra slow today. Okay, so now we're going to work on the page 2. So after someone entered in their property address, that second page that asks them for their information, we're going to work on that. So I'm going to go there by selecting this drop down where it says page 1. We're just going to click page 2. Now this is going to pull up, as I said, this area where they can, whatever address they inputted will show a map of that area, and then also their email address and what they are interested in. So we are going to click into the form fields here, and this is where, as I said, you can change kind of what you're asking for from people. So you can make things either required, optional, or completely take them away. Right now we have the email form being required. Let's say I wanted to make phone number optional, interest field optional, or you could make it required if you really wanted to have people fill out what they were looking for as far as if they're looking to list their home right now, any of that kind of stuff. And let's just do a quick preview here. So this is what it would look like. You can see I added in that phone field. So you really do have the ability to kind of gather whatever information you would like. You can make this all optional if you would like to. You don't have to have a required field. Obviously, having required fields is going to generate a little bit more leads probably. But as far as, you know, what you have in here for people to put in, that's totally personal preference. There isn't a right or wrong answer. And also, you might have to kind of play with some of these options in order to figure out what works best for your sphere and your people that you are sharing this to. Everyone in different areas has different things that they are comfortable sharing. So, you know, sometimes there's some playing around and some trial and error that does need to happen in order for this to kind of work. But anything that they do get from this page is going to automatically feed into their L2L as a lead. So that is a super awesome way to get leads, obviously. So once we are done kind of making changes here, I'm going to hit save again up at the top just to make sure everything is locked in. And Mike, I see your question. I'm just about to show you guys how you can share this. So there's a couple of different options. One of them is up across the top here where it says copy link. If you click on that, you can see down here a message popped up that says that the URL was copied to my clipboard. So then I could go into my Facebook, I could paste that link into a post and it would come up, it would show this landing page and then I could post it and people could click on it that way. Another thing that people could do is if you had your Facebook linked to your L2L account, you can hit the share button and then click directly into Facebook and it would automatically post there. Like I said, you can also use these in emails if you wanted to send out this page to your sphere, kind of do a marketing campaign that way. You could do that as well. But these are really, really great to use on Facebook by either, like I said, copying the link and then just pasting that into a post on your business page. Or if your account is linked to your L2L, then just hitting share and you can automatically post it to your Facebook that way as well. So these are really great. Is there any other questions? I hope that answered Mike's question. Feel free to unmute or type in the chat box if you have anything else. And if you have any further questions, you can always reach out to your ASC. They should be able to guide you. We have a bunch of videos on listings to leads on the Schmidt Video Classroom through YouTube and also on Vimeo. So if you're looking for more information, you can always check there as well. Can they post into Google business profiles? You know, that I am actually not sure about, but that is a great question. So I'm going to write that one down and then Mike, I will get back to you once I get a response for that, okay? Because that is a good question. I am not actually sure if you can post these into Google business profiles, but that would be super cool if you could. All right, well, if no one else has any other questions, then I will see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.